Now, when the producer told me I was going to be riding a race replica today, I didn't quite know what to expect, but it certainly wasn't one of these. This is a BMW C1, not quite a scooter, not quite a motorcycle, but what BMW call an innovative mobility concept. And if you're wondering about the colour scheme, it's because this bike was the personal paddock transport for Gus Scott in last year's Boxer Cup. Now this is going to be interesting. The idea of sitting upright in a bike with a roof is not a new one. British designer Malcolm Newell cut a swathe through conventional motorcycle thinking with his Quasar in the mid-70s. Unfortunately, he didn't live to see the concept picked up by BMW, who have scaled down the engine size and tailored the design to aim at the city commuter market. The roof conceals a built-in framework which is immensely stiff, and a seatbelt keeps a rider safe and secure in the event of a spill. Full weather protection is of course a huge advantage, and BMW fondly imagine hordes of young professionals buzzing around between meetings in all the major European cities. With full weather protection and a roof, you won't be needing this, or these, or these, and you shouldn't be needing one of these. But despite BMW's assertions that the C1 is as safe to drive as a small car, there's still one country in Europe that insists you wear a crash helmet to ride it. And that country is right here in the UK. The little BMW is quite fun to ride despite its limited size and performance. And even I can fit in it. I wouldn't like to attempt a long distance journey in one, but hey, that's not what it was designed for. As a city commuter, this is a brilliant traffic buster. And with congestion charging threatening to spread from London to the other big cities, one of these could be a really smart buy. You really can't knock BMW for trying something new, and I quite like this little C1. Innovative mobility concept or no, you can see how it all makes sense, and maybe in a parallel universe we'll all be using these things to ride to work in a few years' time. It certainly makes a lot more sense than the morning traffic jam, and it's a lot more fun. Let's put it on the list of good ideas and hope that it catches on. And now for some scores. For performance, I have to say it's low in power and high in weight compared to a conventional bike. But the C1 isn't about speed, and judged on its own terms, it works well. If you accept the design brief was to beat city traffic, it succeeds brilliantly, and on those terms, I'm going to rate it at 9 out of 10 for performance. But if you want rip-snorting power, it's back out into the rain for you. Comfort now, and if you can imagine riding a bike that keeps you dry when it rains, has a riding position like an armchair, and even comes with a windscreen wiper and a stereo, you can see why this C1 has to score highly for comfort. It doesn't have the heater of Malcolm Newell's original Quasar, but it's light years more practical than any conventional scooter. And for that, I could even live with the odd looks of the thing. 9 out of 10 for comfort. Reliability should not be a problem either. This C1 comes from one of the world's acknowledged leaders in vehicle engineering, and both BMW's bikes and cars have an enviable reputation for quality. Buy a C1 and you get the full BMW after-sales package, including an extensive warranty. I can think of no reason to give it anything lower than an 8 for reliability. Street cred, however, is a rather different matter. It might make lots of sense, but the C1 is an odd-looking thing and looks like a cartoon contraption from some angles. The BMW badge will help stem some of the sniggers, but the C1 really needs to develop its image as a smart fashion accessory before it ends up going the same way as its Sinclair namesake, the C5. For the time being, 2 out of 10 for street cred, and fingers crossed that it catches on, for it really does deserve to succeed.